10. We will do a roll call. Adrian Kissy, Constance Graves,
Muted.
you're muted, Connie.
Here.
Dominic Mazza is on an excused absence due to vacation. Donna Bullock,
Here.
Kashana Owens, Cody,
Present.
Larry Malden,
Here.
Maria Allen Campbell, here. And also with us is Pretty Mather,
Here.
Sam Mather,
Here.
absent Jeffrey Weiss, Marissa, Nasim Ramdani, and Justine McCarthy. Okay. Okay, let's talk mapping.
You want to turn your thing on?
No, that's fine. I'll just share my screen.
So wait, before we begin talking, can we, I sent everybody some information.
Let me go get it off the printer.
That I had asked ArcBridge to put together to show the different municipalities in the minority population in the different municipalities. Did everybody get a chance to look at that?
No.
Did you? Did y'all did get it, right?
You sent it out on the
Yeah, I think I sent it yesterday, or I could have sent it on Monday. Albany County.
yeah. No, I didn't see it. I'll go back and look again.
Okay, so Pretty, can you show it?
1 minute, 1 minute. So are you unmuting yourself?
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was I didn't do it in color.
Yeah, I do see it, Marie,
Okay.
in the email.
Was it yesterday or Monday?
It was Monday.
Okay.
All right. Can I share my screen?
Yes. Host disabled.
Yes, you're granted.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kashana. Good assist.
Yeah. All right. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, let me share my screen. Let's see if that's possible. Yes. Okay. Bear with me. I think I have too many things open.
I could probably show it.
Oh, okay. That would be awesome. I just had my mapping things lined up. So yeah, if you can show that, that would be great.
Okay, can everybody see it?
Yes, I can see it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the information by municipalities, and I guess we're not going to go through the whole thing, but as I reviewed it, of significant note to me was that for non-Hispanic Blacks, the areas with the largest minority population I mean, we know Albany is the top with, actually, wait, let me scroll down.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. So this is population. So we know Albany is the top with 27.33% non-Hispanic Black. Second is Manans with 17.1%, 10% non-Hispanic Black. And third is Waterville with 13.
Oh, we're looking at voting age. I'm sorry.
With
I was
13
looking at the one above.
Oh, yeah, 13.38%. And then for non-Hispanic Blacks, the next closest one is Green Island with 7.4%. For Hispanics, of course, number one is Albany. The next closest, number one is Albany at 10.48%, and the next closest one is Waterville at 6.48%. And it goes down from there. The next one would be Cohoes. And then I looked at, actually, I'm giving you all the voting age population numbers. but,
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
essentially it's still the same. And then I looked at Asians, and for Asians, Manans has the highest population, followed by Guilderland, followed by Colony and the village of Colony. So it was interesting to me to see that. It was interesting to me to see how high the percentage in Manans was, as
Mhm.
well as the percentage in Waterville. And so when you look at the,
More in the village.
What?
yeah, when you look at the voting age population, those numbers are different, but basically they follow the same pattern.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so at the top, the first column, we have like total population. And then it says non-Hispanic Black. That's just the population for Albany.
Yeah, that's the population.
And then the percentage of the Albany total population.
Right.
Okay, okay. I'm kind of surprised that there are more in the village of Colony versus the town.
Yeah, it's a slight difference.
Yeah, but I mean, the town is so much larger than the village.
Yeah.
The number is large. If you look at the number in Colony, the total population is 73,000. And the number is 4,258. So when you take out the percentage, it shows smaller, although the number is greater.
Right.
Mhm. Right.
That is why we report numbers as well, because sometimes the percentages can be a little misleading.
Right, right.
So, any other questions
Well, I think this just,
on this chart? I mean, this chart to me, like, it illustrates to me where, I mean, we already knew Albany, and I knew there was population in Manans, but I didn't know the percentage was as high as it is. And I definitely didn't know the percentage was so high in Waterville. So,
yeah, I think it supports our I know that we had on Saturday when we were at the NAACP Health and Wellness, we talked a lot about Manans. So I feel like this just strengthens our thoughts on that.
Supports that argument because we're like, we have to be looking where the population is. And if we look where the population is and it takes us there, then
Mhm.
I don't think we could justify really not going there. So, I mean, I think Manans is still on the table,
Mhm.
Right, right.
is my sense. And maybe we need to take a better look also at Waterville.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And so, Pretty, do you want to add anything?
Nance only has 851 population for non-Hispanic blacks.
Well, yeah.
So the percentage may be high. It looks like 18%, but the total number is only 851 people.
I can barely hear you, Sam.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is for Manans,
Yes.
the total percentage of non-Hispanic blacks is 18.67%. But if you look at the number of people there, they're only 851,
Right.
as against 29,000 in Albany.
Right. And Waterville is 1,553.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm curious, like on the maps though, like even though it's a low number, where are those numbers? Are they close? Are they spread out across Manans? Same thing with Waterville. Is it in a similar or same community? Like, I guess I would like to see the numbers in the map, if that makes sense, just to see if
Sure.
if we should
Conformity
consider that for
or-
mapping.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that. We can show you on the map. What we have
Yeah.
seen is that for each district, we need 8,000 people, right?
Right.
And if they are spread out in any form, then it's kind of hard to bring them in and put them in a nice compact district. But I can show it to you. I can show you on the map.
In the map, it could be a little deceptive, like Preeti said, because they could be spread out and not shown as cohesive.
I'm having some real
Wow.
difficulty hearing.
I mean, I think in Manans, the population is pretty concentrated there.
Yeah, let's show you. I'm just pulling that information up for you. Okay, let me share my screen so I can show that information to you. Okay, let's get the municipalities. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. So can you all hear us fine?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Good. So Manans is here, and you can see where the non-Hispanic blacks are in blue. And if you look at Waterville, we
Yes.
have population, but look at this, you know how, let me turn off the labels.
Yeah, it looks like it's spread out.
It's
Mhm.
spread out, it's all over the place, and we can see some Hispanic strongholds, it seems like.
Yes.
The non-Hispanic black population is very sparse. So it would be hard, it would be like a stretch to go grab them and bring them into one of our districts.
Mhm.
But Manans for sure, what we can do is, which we had tried to do in the beginning to get some parts of Manans, and then, but with this data, you know, we can go back and say, okay, we can definitely look at Manans.
Well, when we did it before, we only took a little piece of Manans, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
So-
reason,
So we took a piece of it and we didn't even touch where that concentrated population is, right?
we took this piece, Marie, see, we took this, we took a little
Right.
bit here.
Yeah, so,
Mhm.
so we didn't even touch where the concentrated population was.
Yeah, yeah. And what we can do is we can see how much population we have here. So sometimes, the numbers can be a little misleading. So, but yeah, there are like 28 non-Hispanic Blacks. So because if the block is bigger, and so here there are only 28. And if you look at this, there are a larger chunk here. So
Mhm.
102 here in this block. And if we look at this block, we have 101. So keep in mind, that Manans, we found that there are 800 some people. So we have a strong hold here, here, here. So look at 277. And not to say that these blocks don't have any, it's just they have whites more and blacks
Mhm.
less. So while the map may look like, oh, blacks are only where the blue areas are, it's not that. If the way the map is painted, that if whichever ethnicity race is more, it gets that color.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you can see here we can pick up 514
Wow.
non-Hispanic Blacks we have picked up. So if we go in here, so we are picking 527, but at the same time, we have to see that we are picking the non-Hispanic whites as well. So,
Right.
so there is population, and what we have done. And now if you all agree, then I have made some plans. And then we got 3 new submissions from the county. ACRC sent us 3 new submissions. One of them was from Lars, and then there were 2 others that we analyzed. So I wanted to share that information with you and then show you some different plans that we have made, and we can talk about that. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going to stop this and share a PowerPoint that I have prepared for you. And here you go. So this here, I'm just going to discuss all the submissions that we have received, which are 11 so far. And these are the ones that we had talked about before. So 5 MMDs, 5 MMDs, and then 5. Then we have Gwen Pope's map with 7, Joan Ramsey's map with 7. Then we have Lars with 5, 5, and then 7. So these we had discussed before, right? So the 3 new ones that we got, I wanted to share those with you. So the 3 new submissions, we got another one from this gentleman, Dan Lino. He has 5 MMDs, and when I evaluated the map, there wasn't much of a difference, and it seemed like that it was mostly following the current districts. Then James Zeno, his map also was following the current, as far as the MMDs are concerned, he was following the current district boundaries. So it didn't seem like, as far as MMDs go, there wasn't much there. Then the third map that we evaluated was from Lars. And remember when he had come in and to do his testimony, we realized that 7 MMDs could be a little weaker. So he came up with a configuration, 6 district configuration. So these are the ones. And then of course we have our MMD-A and MMD-B which is 7 districts. So I want to show you Lars' map one more time. His District 6 is a different configuration. If you recall, this is how District 6 is currently, but he goes all the way here and then he makes a District 6 over here. And we looked at the numbers are better than the 7 MMD plan, but this is how his 6th district plan is. So that is the update on the, and then of course we have our MMDs A, where we can see.
Oh, before you move, Pretty, you said in his map, the numbers are better, but was there a caveat there?
No caveat. I just wanted to show you because we have come up with some plans as well.
Okay.
And, so, yeah. And of course, in our 5 MMD plan, we have a strong 51, 54, 51% non-Hispanic Black in our plan A. And even in the voting age population, we have 2 districts which are greater than 50%. So, and everything
that's the Plan A revised.
yeah, that is our MMD Plan A revised. And then, our Plan B, we were not that happy with it because the percentages fell from 50, nothing is in 50% now. We have strong 40s and there are also some in 39, late.
But then there's also some where
they're not even in majority if you look at the voting age population.
yeah, there's some where the non-Hispanic white population is pretty close to the non-Hispanic Black population.
That is correct. That is correct. So with this, this was like an overview. Now I want to show you the plans and things that we have done. So I'm going to end this PowerPoint. So this was to make you aware that there were 11 submissions. We evaluated them all, and a lot of them did not offer much as far as MMDs are concerned, but we have 1 with 6 and 1 and 3 with 7 MMDs. So with this, I'm going to share another PowerPoint with you. Okay. And so let's. Okay. So remember last time, what we had done was we had come up with a plan B, but we had seen that the numbers were not that good and they were not strong as far as non-Hispanic Black majority is concerned. So go ahead. Okay, so as far as we saw in the non-Hispanic Black total population, everything seemed to be in majority. But when we looked at the non-Hispanic Black population, we saw that some districts fell short, and actually non-Hispanic white voting age population was more than non-Hispanic Black population. So what we did was we went back to the drawing board and we worked on the districts one more time to see how we could make them stronger. So with this kind of configuration that we have, and we numbered them properly so that you could relate to the districts the way they are, you can see that in this revised Plan B, the non-Hispanic Black population is greater than 40% in every district. And when you look at the voting age population, you can see a few 37, 39, but regardless, they are more than non-Hispanic whites or anything, or Hispanic or Asian. So this is a stronger version of the MMD, just to show you that that may be able to work, but so you can see the numbers here and you can see
So,
the math.
District 1.
So
Okay.
yeah, so this one is somewhat stronger, both in total population and voting age population. So we did this Plan B and we want to call it revised again because it's a little bit, it's somewhat stronger. And of course, we know that it's the same pie. We slice it more than, of course, we won't see the 50% that we were seeing in our 5-district plan. So that is that. Then what we said was, what if we go into Manans? What happens then? So we came up with a Plan C. And this time what we thought, let's capture the non-Hispanic Black areas and let's look at representation for them. And this time we are not picking like a small piece of Manans, we are actually going in and using regular boundaries so that it doesn't look like we picked a little bit. And if you look at the way we have done it, this is how your District 3 would be. It goes up, okay? And then District 1, you can see how District 1 is. We are going out a little bit to grab some more additional areas. Then we have our District 5, District 6, so all the districts. And once again, we are seeing, if you look at the voting age population, we are no longer seeing 37%, but we are looking at the lowest number is 39.09%.
Well, 38.
38.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. 38.16 in District 7, which is over here. But it is somewhat close, but this was our attempt to see if we can include Manans into our 7-district plan. So once again, the goal was to make sure that if you look at total population or you look at voting age population, non-Hispanic Black should be in majority. And then what we did was, so we came up with the revised Plan B, Plan C for you to look at. And then we also came up with, what if we just look at 6 MMDs, 6 strong MMDs, somewhat stronger than 7. So I want to now show you that. So here, in this configuration, and I have the dotted line in the background so you could see how we have done it. So in this one, we did not go into Manans. We kept the districts here. So the districts are, we have District 7 and 5 is no longer MMD. So we took that out. But look at the percentages. Nothing is in 30% now. Everything is in the 40s. And if you look at this, the non-Hispanic white population, it's comparatively lower. And in some cases, it may be a little somewhat close, but still, it's a strong non-Hispanic Black voting age population.
So that first chart, it says Plan C, and then the next one says Plan B.
This one, I was still working, so we just have to, I have to just fix the label. So when I send it to you, I'll make sure that everything is properly labeled. This is Plan D. So when we copied, I copied and pasted. This part is not right. So I just have to fix the headers, but the numbers are all right. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then what we did, so here, if you look at it, the districts look more compact and they look good. And I want to now show it to you, a comparative analysis. So this is how the as-is is. This is how Plan A, Plan B. Oh. Yeah, Plan A, B, and C, where we are going into Manans. And then the D. So we have A, B, C, and D.
So, I have a couple of requests for data presentation.
Mhm.
So are you able to give us something that shows on one page the numbers in terms of the charting that you do of the minority population and the voting age percentages?
Yes, I can.
That shows us current as is population against the census with the adjusted data.
Say that again.
So, no, I think I'm saying that wrong. So you know how the minority, the Black population in the MMDs has decreased.
Yeah.
So that population decrease took the MMDs from where they were at to something lower.
Yes.
Is it possible to put charts for both of those on one page?
So if I understand you correctly, I think what you're looking for is the numbers of the as-is districts, the way they were before.
Prior to the
census.
census and the way
And-
they adjusted because of the census.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. So, so that's one thing. The other thing that would be helpful to us, because now we have a lot of different maps, and we have these charts for a lot of different maps,
Mhm.
but it's hard to look at them in their like individual pieces. It's hard to compare them.
Mhm.
So is it possible you can take those and put them in one document?
Yeah, what I was thinking was for you, Marie, I was thinking that we will put together the charts for as-is,
Mm-hmm.
how about before and after as-is. And then what we would do is for Plan A revised and Plan B revised, Plan C and Plan D. Would that work for you?
Okay, how does that, because it's like the more maps we get and the more charts we look at, it's kind of hard to like look at them against one number because they're like in individual places.
Yeah.
So it would be helpful in terms of looking at the strength of the numbers for us to be able to see them together.
Absolutely.
Does
Absolutely.
everybody agree with that?
Yes. Because otherwise your eyes are just like all over the place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
understand.
because you already have the data, you can easily like pull it together where we would be trying to recreate it.
No, I can do that for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that anybody feels would be helpful?
I have a question. I don't know if it fits here, but just from our conversations from the weekend, I had somebody brought up one of the communities, the South End and downtown bid. And actually there's an article that came out and I did find it and I can share that with the group as well. That from a community of interest standpoint, downtown bid and South End, I believe, are in the same district, but they do not downtown bid and South End do not there's the interest is not the same.
Right.
Like it's more business district
Mhm.
versus community. Actually I'll send the article, like I said, to everyone so you can see it, but there were a couple people that actually brought that up is like, wait a minute, like we don't, like if you actually the person said if you stand outside and you're in front of MVP arena and you look both ways, like there's
Mhm.
drastic differences between the two communities. So I don't know. I think Lars map at one point had the downtown bid kind of removed from the South End. But I wanted to at least bring that up as like, that was community feedback we received. But I had questions on like, what does the demographics look like in the downtown bid? Because it's mostly businesses. I don't want to pull from, if we have the population inside of there, I don't want to pull from it, but I wanted to make sure that that was reflected. I don't know if anybody else has thoughts or perceptions on that too. Larry, I know like you're in that community a lot too. Tomorrow we're going to the South End market too, so we might get more feedback from that community in particular, but I don't know if anybody else has thoughts there, but we did receive that feedback on
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah, I think there's that, and there's another piece that we had received some discussion about. And that has to do with new developments. Like there's new housing developments that are being built that are gonna eventually add like, I don't know, a couple of thousand or more people to a district, and they're high-end developments. So the sense is the percentage of non-Hispanic white is gonna be larger than the other minorities, and like, how does that kind of get filtered into this? And Pretty and Sam, have y'all had situations where y'all have had to consider this?
Actually, it's a very interesting question. It comes up in every redistricting that we do, because for redistricting, we are supposed to use the census data. And what the future may hold is something that we are unable to incorporate. What the most that we can do is that we can, if we think that there might be some growth, then we may try to keep the district as low as we can within the deviations. But any future development or anything like that, for redistricting purposes, we are not able to incorporate that. Like I said, we have 2.5% threshold. So we can keep it like 100, 200, that's how far low we can go. And as long as it's within the 2.5% threshold, we can keep that district under, in anticipation that the population may grow.
Okay, so that's kind of a wild card.
Yeah, it is. And I want to go back to what Kashana was saying. This is where the bid is, the downtown bid, which is, I believe, is here.
Mhm.
and it's completely in District 6. And if you look at South End, a part of South End is, it's actually South End is split into 3 districts. The only problem in, especially in the 7 MMD model, is that minorities are kind of concentrated, and if we try to keep them in one district, then we lose the majority that we are looking for. But now that you've said, I can try to look at it, but it may be, it's something we can try, you know, we can look at it if it's a community of interest. So,
So where exactly is the split there? Can you zoom into that?
sure. So downtown bid is not a problem. It's completely in District 6, okay? But in our model of District 6. So now here, South End, the boundary for South End is over here. So let me change the color so you can see the boundary a little bit better. So this is South End.
Oh, all of that.
Yes.
Mhm.
So this part is in our proposed District 5. And once again, like I said, you know, we can see if there are any possible different configurations of it. So there is this part, but these districts are so tight. In order to keep them over 40%, it's like very tight. And I've spent hours trying to make sure that I have 7 MMDs which are strong, but it may be possible in the 6 MMD model. But that's definitely a good feedback.
Now, to what Kashana was saying, from the feedback people were asking, were saying that the bid didn't belong with South End, but when you look at where the bid is, and where would you put it other than where it is?
Yeah, bid has to be there. It's kind of like sitting in the middle, so it is a part of District 6.
Right, and it's not large enough to be a standalone.
Yeah, no, none of them.
Yeah,
are.
so
It's not sitting with the South End.
No, South End.
No, but
is-
it's right in the, like, it's the same like the street when you're, was it South Pearl?
So are we talking about this? South Pearl Street, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
South Pearl Street is here. And South End, let's see where South End is. So
Yeah,
South End is over here.
Wow.
Only this part kind of shares with the this district that downtown bid is in.
Okay.
And other than that, this part is in districts 1 and 5.
Okay.
that little piece that's in District 6, what is the population in that piece?
This area, from what I can tell. And did you know that District 6 currently has, it's an MMD, but the elected official is white.
Mm.
We could look at it. It's 300 some people. 400 and 27 people, and there is a large chunk of non-Hispanic Black population, which
Mhm.
District 6 absolutely needs.
Mhm.
Otherwise it will fall short
Yeah,
of a strong MMD, a non-Hispanic Black MMD.
okay.
It's actually a very tight area, and by now I know almost every block. Because make sure, can I give it to this district or that to keep up our threshold?
You must have nightmares at night of maps.
No, I think we have nightmares. Maps and her dreams are probably a pleasant experience.
Oh,
But,
God.
So is there any other specific data that anybody would like to see that you feel would be helpful other than what Pretty has given to us and what I just asked for?
Well, I think what we received is very helpful. When you break it down by, municipality, and then non-Hispanic, Black, whatever. This is very helpful. And then with the voting age underneath it by race and ethnicity, also by municipality, that's very helpful.
Yeah. You get to see some real numbers.
Mm-hmm. And where people, with that one map, where folks were like, oh, we had gone into Manans, and it was such a constant theme. We came out of it, but then when you look at what's in Manans, yeah, we do need to go up in the Manans.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for representation,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Socioeconomic status might be good for us in terms of community of interest.
That's true.
Just to look at in each community.
The only reason why we hesitate from that data, because that is based on a sample. And these numbers that you're seeing, these are actual numbers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the socioeconomic and all those things are estimates. So they are not actual, not based on actual count, 100%.
Yeah. And they can be skewed based on the sample that they selected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's true.
So we have to promote that survey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when do y'all think y'all would be able to get the other two pieces of data to us?
Other two pieces.
So the current,
Oh,
Oh, the data.
Yeah,
Data
yeah.
compiled, right?
yeah. I can, today is
Friday, maybe Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Friday, maybe Saturday meeting.
Today's Thursday. Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, yes.
Before our Saturday meeting.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So tomorrow is the ACRC public hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to go to it, but then at 6 o'clock, I have to be on the NAACP virtual meeting for a presentation. I did talk to Nicole just to see if there was the possibility that I could do that meeting from there somewhere, like if there was a room that I could go into just to so I can avoid the possibility that needing to go from one place to another place, I run into some issue. So she said there is a room and so Donna, you're gonna be at home, right?
I'll be
No,
in DC.
no, you're gonna be in travel status, but
I should be at the Airbnb in time. Excuse me, in time for the ACRC's meeting, and I did let them know that I would participate via Zoom.
okay.
Okay, I responded to the RSVP and then with a note saying that I would be participating via Zoom.
Okay.
So yeah, we should be there then. Actually, if I wasn't being a nice big sister, I would just leave once I landed and let my younger sister get there the best way she can. Well, I mean, we would take an Uber together, but she's an engineer and she is like, she didn't want to put Uber on her phone. She doesn't want the app, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you act like you're 99 years old and you're the younger one. So I'll wait for her to land so that, I mean, she could always get a cab. They still have cabs, but.
No, I like the big nice sister.
They better appreciate me. That's all I got.
That's a good role.
It is. It is. They listen. They basically do what I tell them to do, so it's all good.
So,
including the twin.
Pretty or Sam, is there anything else that y'all wanted to add?
I guess what Sam has been in conversation with Dr. Handley. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I have sent out an email to you, Marie. Have a look at it when you get a chance. And that was addressed to Dr. Handley.
Okay.
There are like several things that I pointed out to her, which were, that we had questions about. So why don't you, look at that email and then we can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. So tomorrow is the public hearing in that NAACP presentation. So is there like a time earlier in the day when you would like for me to call you?
If you are busy tomorrow, we can talk on Friday. I mean, tomorrow.
I mean, I could do it tomorrow. It just has to be earlier in the day.
Tomorrow. You want to call it 11 a.m. tomorrow? Will that work for you?
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay, if there is nothing else, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Donna has moved and
I just don't know.
Constance has second that we adjourn the meeting. Any question or discussion? If not, all in favor, raise your hand. Awesome. Awesome. So everybody have a great evening.